So it's been 2 weeks since I've used One UI 8.5 now, and here are my thoughts on it. Starting off with the good stuff, top 5 features that I found are most useful. Number 5 is auto blocker can now be set to switch on automatically after 30 minutes. Now basically, if you have auto blocker on, but then you decide to disable it for testing something like maybe installing an application from a third-party website, you can switch off auto blocker, but then toggle on a switch that says turn on automatically after 30 minutes, which is useful. And personally for me, when I'm doing something that auto blocker doesn't allow, I just disable it, but then I've forgotten to turn it on later most of the times. Number 4 is the flashlight notification is now on the now bar, which is basically if you have the flashlight on, there is a live notification that shows up on the now bar and there's the active notification in the notification panel. This is useful because personally I have set the double press of the side button as a trigger for the flashlight, and a lot of times when I'm outside I don't realize it's on because I'm holding my phone and maybe walking around and I've accidentally triggered it. And there have been instances where people around me have been like, hey, your flashlight's on, and I've not noticed it because I wouldn't have seen the back of the phone and it'd be very bright outside. Plus, the notification earlier was a tiny little one like any other notification on the status bar, and it would be buried under the other ones sometimes. Number 3 is partial screen recording. Now, as someone who screen records quite a bit, this is very useful because it saves time and memory, because I can directly just record whichever part of the screen I want to. Number 2 is the quick panel flexibility. This is probably the most talked about update / feature of One UI 8.5. Basically, now you can rearrange and resize your controls on the quick settings panel, and you can have it the most customized / optimized way to your usage. Number 1 is increased granularity in notifications. This is, in my opinion, the most useful feature because there are a lot of apps that did not have this granularity, and it was one switch, either notifications on or off. And because of the promotional notifications being far more than the required ones, I had a lot of them switched off. This now allows me to configure the required ones directly in my settings, as opposed to having to depend on the app to have those settings inside of that app. So yeah, those were my top 5 features. Coming to the bugs and the not so nice stuff, the one major bug I've experienced is that there's a sense of jitteriness and staggering going on in certain gestures and actions when you interact with the UI. And there's one that I've noticed that's not regularly there but sometimes appears, which is basically when I'm playing music and I'm on the lock screen and I tap on the now bar notification, and it goes into this expanded view and the music control appears. There are these 2 circles that appear on the corner, which are actually the placeholder circles for the apps that I can access from the lock screen. I would say this update obviously takes the principles of Material 3 Expressive. You can see a lot more transparency in the effects, gradients in the loading animations, shadows here and there to add depth, a new style of transition between apps, and physics in visual feedback, like how you dismiss a notification and all of them just wobble a little bit. And they also added shadows to the icons, which gives them this kind of embossed look. But for some reason, Samsung again has still not fixed the forcing of themes on the app icons. They still look like this. I don't know what they're doing. Samsung, why? Why is forcing the apps to look cohesive not happening? Just why? That was it. Those were my thoughts. One UI 9 is apparently already in beta for some of the flagship devices. If you'd like to see a similar video of that when I do get my hands on it, do subscribe to the channel, and if you like this video, do give it a like.